Hi, my name is Terry Lee from Sweet Pea Papers and the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group. And this is video 3 in our series Nautical Impressions by, and we're going to be using the kit by the same name by Victoria Designs. Now, I did get this covered and I did get this covered. Okay. And I believe this is a different card. I think we had the 3 fishies and I thought it looked empty. With just the 3 fishies because they were covered by the strap. So I added a different card. I've also added a card in each of our pockets all the way through. So you just cut a paper that fits using one of the smaller versions, not these, but not the full sized and not just the bigger sized with your regular printer settings that gives you that small border, but the one that says margin, and those will give you this size, and these are great for using as writing cards in this size of a project. Okay, I'm going to try to keep this pushed up, and so this opens like this, and then it opens like this, and I added a card here. There's a writing card here, and I don't have any ephemera cut out or anything yet, so that's why it's still looking pretty blank. Okay, so now we're on pages 3 and 4, and so what we're going to do today is we're going to do 3 and 4, and we're going to do them together. So what the plan is that these are the papers for 3 and 4, and they match. And they go in a certain order. This is 3 and this is 4. You can see that they continue each other. They're supposed to. Did I do it wrong? Apparently cutting them and doing whatever, I messed them up somehow. Ooh, I wonder if one's upside down. Nope, that's not it either. Well, that's bizarre because I cut one piece of paper in half. There it is. Okay, so let's mark these. Top and top. Top and top. Okay. 3 and 4. Okay, so these are our 2 pages. Then we're going to take a matching page and we're going to make pockets across the bottom of the same. They're not going to be true hidden pockets. They could be actually if we do it right. We just cut the paper in half and cut the pocket, put the right one on the right side. Then we should be able to make hidden pockets. Okay, so we've got that going on. Then the next thing is that we're going to have 2 hinged pockets that open up. They're going to be held on with magnets. So we're going to have scoring. We're going to have magnets. And then we're going to cut these in kind of an off shape. We're not going to just cut them straight down. Then we're going to have pockets on the insides of these. Okay. And then we're going to have a pocket on the front side. And that's going to be made with this paper. I love this paper. Yeah. So we're going to do all that. Okay, so let's get started. Let's set some of this stuff to the side. Okay. Let's not set it there. Let's set it there. Let's see if we can get by with that. Okay. So the first thing we want to do is let's construct our pockets. Now, the thing about this is this paper's double-sided. We want the pockets to be exactly the same. So we can cut them out at the same time and make them the same, and then flip one over, and then they'll be mirror images of each other. Okay? So let's decide what we want to do. So let's go I'm going to set this over here. I'm covering my notes, people. It's a free-for-all. Let's go. Yeah, let's go 2 inches down. And then we're going to go, let's see, and we'll go 2 inches up. Let's do that. Let's just make it easy on ourselves. 2 inches up, and we'll cut diagonal from that point to the other point. Is that going to give us enough at the bottom? Let's go 2.5. That'll give us a deep enough pocket at the bottom. 7.5. Let's go there. Okay, now I've got both papers together. I'm going to cut diagonal from the point that I drew here to the point that I drew up there. And I'll tell you a secret, I don't think that's tall enough. I think we should go 1 inch from the top. Instead of 2. Okay, so let's cut diagonally from one point to the other. See, we'll put this point on here. We'll put that point on there. Don't worry, I printed out a spare one. Now we're going to keep this. Okay, now you'll see when you turn them over, then they're mirror images of each other. Okay, so everything we do to this, we're going to do the 2 pages together. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut this off so it's not a point. Okay. Now, let's just do whatever we want. I'm going to paper clip them together. So hopefully they don't move. Okay. So now let's leave this here. Let's cut in here a little bit. And then go up and over and down and up. And we'll leave that and we'll cut a notch out of here. Okay, that gives us this crazy shape. Now what we need to do is ink them on both sides, both of these. Now, before we get too carried away, let's not forget that we need to score them. See, I should have done that first, but that's going to take off just that much. Okay. So maybe instead of a half, maybe we'll score them at 3/8. So let's flip them over. Looks like the double-sided printed left a little white mark. Oh, that's okay. It's going to be folded under. Okay. Okay, let's put our scoring tool on here. Okay, now you want to score these at 3/8. A little bit of more than a quarter, not quite a half. Okay. And we're going to fold one way. Well, actually, yeah. They're going to be like this. So we're going to fold this one this way. Because of what we've done, we need to miter the corners. And it just means cut it off at an angle so that you don't see them. Something I need to remember to do more often. And this one's going to go this way. And this matters mainly for the inking. Because up until now, they're still interchangeable. But now that we've turned them this way and folded them and decided where we're going to have our pocket line. So you see this is going to go all the way across and be like this. So it's going to look like them swimming in the water. Okay. So let's ink these. I'm going to put you on hold. I'm not going to make you watch me ink this front and back. And then I'll be back in just 1 second. Okay, I have that all inked and I have them backwards to each other. Don't forget that you want to ink along here. And you want to do the same thing on the inside. Okay, so now the reason I know that this one goes on this side is because this is the one that had the printing error. But I turned them over so that we could put magnets on the back sides. Okay. So let's... No, wait, I don't want to tear that off yet. Let me get the magnet out first. We're going to need 4. We need 1 for here, 1 for here, and then 1 for each one on the back of the paper. Now, as you go through a book like this, you have to be careful that your magnets don't line up with each other. Because they can push against each other and it will literally push your pages apart instead of pulling them together the way you want. Okay, so now here we want to get our maximum pull, but we also want to remember that we want to put the magnet so that when we put pockets on, the pockets will cover the magnet. Okay, so we want to get it at least this far in and this far down. Then we're going to put our tape vertically so that way when you're putting things in and out of the pocket, then they can just slide in and out. That was a little bit too long of a piece of tape. I mean, the pocket's going to cover it, but I'm just worried about the glue going across the tape. Okay. Now I feel better. Okay, now we want to match these up So let's do this. Let's put them like this. And this way we can approximate. That looks about right. Okay, so now we're going to put these on to make sure we're hiding our defect. Okay. A little bit of a flippy floppy job there, isn't it? Okay, so we're not going to ink anymore for right this second. So now let's attach these, each one to its page. Okay, so we're going to just hook the edge we cut around, and we're going to line it up with the bottom of the page when we glue it. It's kind of funny, it looks like that one's eye is peeking out, and that one too. I think they're peeking up over the edge. Just kind of a coincidence, but still funny. So let's get it lined up with the bottom of the page. Wait for that big air bubble so you know the air is out of the tip. You don't have to be super, duper with this. Put enough on there that you can move it around a little bit in case you need to slide it to make it straight. Somehow this is still a little bit long. Let's see how this one turns out. Yep, this one's a little long as well. All right, let me get it glued on first. I must have mismeasured how wide I had them. Oh, I know why. Do you know why? Because I changed it from 1/2 inch to 3/8. I should have thought about that making a difference in where they would meet in the center. Shoot. And let's make sure. Okay. Okay. I'm going to try to trim just this little bit off. I bet I could do that with my scissors. It isn't that much. She says confidently. Okay. We could do this either way. If we did it this way, it would not be as good because these pages open this way. And so that would be an awful lot of material there in the middle. So let's keep them the way we had them. Besides that, we had the sides all lined up. Okay, so now that should be fine. Okay, so now this is going to go here. This is going to go here. There's a little bit of a border, so that's fine. And then they're going to open out. Now let's not forget, we need to put the magnets on the backs of the pages. What in the world? It was a very large glue bubble. I have no idea why it did that. Usually it won't do that in that bottle. Odd, very odd. Okay, so let's flip them over. Where was my small piece of tape when I needed it, right? Okay. And then I won't have any cards or anything for these pockets. We have some ephemera that's going to be about the right size, I believe. So I'm not going to cut any more writing cards until I see what we've got. Okay, page 3, page 4. Okay, good. So now we're going to put pockets on the front. Now, going this way, yes, we should be able to cut this in half. Well, first of all, let's decide how tall we want the pocket. I actually wanted it to be let me put you on hold for just 1 second. Okay, I had my ALEXA set for a 4-hour timer to remind me when to take my pain medicine for my shoulder and my neck. So we'll do this and then I'll take it. Let's cut it in half. Then we can trace these on here. I'm trying to think out loud. I thought I knew how I wanted to do this. But we're not going to want them as tall. Oh, glad that happened. Okay, this one's fine. Let me think about the front pocket. Let's do the inside pocket and the hidden pocket. And then I'll think about how I want to do the front pocket. We may do 2 different pockets. I don't know. I didn't think that far ahead. I mean, I thought I did. But I don't think I did. I think what we can do is trace this, cut it out, then cut some off the bottom. That will lower it down, and then it will mirror it but be lower down. That's my plan. Okay. Of course, then we'll have to ink all that. All right, let's do our hidden pockets. And all we have to do is make sure we have this right side up. And we do. So let's mark this bottom. And the reason we want to do that is we're going to be cutting off the tops. So if we mark this top up here and then we cut it off, then it does us absolutely no good. So let's go ahead and do a 2.5 inch pocket on here too. This one just seriously looks too much like eyes. I know that's on purpose for predator purposes and all that. Can't sneak up on me, I'm looking at you kind of thing. But it's just a little creepy. I wonder, let's try 3. Yeah. I guess you have to put the blade back on when you take the scoreboard thing off. Okay. Now we're going to cut it in half. It's going to be 5.5 because they're 11 inches wide. And this one goes here, and that one goes there. Now, we're going to have to ink these, but we're only going to ink them on 3 sides. So we're just going to ink them on this side, ooh, yeah, we're going to ink them on that side too. I was going to be like, ooh, it could be hidden all the way across. No, that's not going to work because we have that gap. And it wouldn't look right. That's the bottom. Ink there, okay. Well, of course it was the other short side. Okay, so that goes there. And you don't want to ink them super heavy because unless you inked your papers super heavy, because then it doesn't kind of match up to the amount of inking that you did on the pockets versus the pages. Okay, so let's just glue these on. And the key is to line everything up. There's that tiny little bit where I had to trim it. just do the same on, I dare you, well, maybe on camera it looks different, but to me, I cannot even see the pocket at all. All right, so we inked this one already too. So we want to glue these 3 sides. Something I didn't do on the other one so that I can move it around a little bit if I need to. Okay, very nice, very nice. Okay, now let's put our pockets on the inside. There they are. Okay, so we want to measure the width. Gonna tighten that up just a little bit. It looks like it's a little off. I realize I'm leaning off camera. Okay, so now let's go measure the width. Now these should be exactly the same. I'm just going to cut both of these off individually. They're going to be hidden pockets, sort of, kind of. I just thought of something, but I don't know. Oh, I can't do that one sideways because I can't see it. Okay. What I'm thinking about doing is this. I'm thinking about gluing the pocket on, then flipping it over, or not gluing it on, but just flipping it over. No, but I can do this. If you do a pocket that high, though, Well, 2.5. Okay. I can live with 2.5. This is our width. This will be our height. Let's make it 2.5. Come on. And then I'm not sure, these don't really match up specifically. So I think I'm going to ink these all the way around. All right, so I'm going to cut the opposite one, and then I'm going to ink them both, and then we'll come back, because otherwise that's just going to be torture, and it's just going to take up time. And you just watched me do this one, and I'll go ahead and ink it, cut the other one, ink it, and then I'm just going to glue it on straight across the bottom. Double check your height. 2.5 inches looks like it might be a little close to this bottom corner here, so we may have to go with 2.25 plus yeah, 2.25, because this point right here is at 2.5, remember? So we need to take a 1/2 inch off of this, and then, or let's take 1/4 inch off, and that makes it 2.25. Okay, so now I'm going to ink them, or cut the other one just like this one. Then I'm going to ink them, and then I'm going to glue them on, and then we'll be right back. Okay? Okay. It's recording. Okay, now it is. My software is acting up. So this is what I've got so far, or what we've got so far. We've got our matching pages. Then they open up. We've got our pockets on the inside. We've got our hidden pockets in here. Let me see. So we've got our hidden pockets here. You open this one up on this side. We've got our hidden pocket here. Come on. Hidden pocket there. Okay, we hid our magnets underneath these pockets. So now all we need to do is make the other pockets for the front. Now we're going to cut this page in half. We're going to cut this page in half. Aha. You are sly, but so am I. I knew something funny was going on. It's like looking at that going, how can that be more than the width of the paper? Cut it in half. Except that's not half. 5.5 is half. Let's see what I've got over here is a full page of something. What about the fish? They're too bright. Let me see here. Let's do these. I'm not trying to match up that globe. that's for sure. All right. Okay. We'll save these as scraps. We'll definitely use them. Okay, so let's try that again. Cut this page in half at 5 1/2. I do not know what I was thinking. Now it's in half. Okay, now what I'm going to try to do, first of all, let's turn this page right side up. Let's make sure we got the shells going the same way. All right. So I'm going to let the magnet hold it for me. Okay. So I'm going to line it all up, and I'm going to let the magnet hold it for me. Then I'm going to trace. Oops. Let the magnet hold it for me, but I let him hold it too early. There we go. Okay. Then I'm going to trace around the pocket. Hopefully I will be able to see it. If I'd have thought we would have cut all 4 at the same time. We're going to take this out, and then we're going to cut it out. Since I was so crazy the first time, let's see if I can do it again. Is there a piece of tape on here or something? Little piece of paper stuck on there. I'm like, why am I having so much trouble cutting? Okay, then we're gonna go around. So glad I had fun doing this. Let's see how that lines up. As long as it's close, we're good. Okay. So now let's cut. How can this be off? Oh, because the paper's crooked. It's like, what is going on? All right, so now let's cut 1.5 inches off of this. Now see, if I really wanted to be funny, I would do one more and have another pocket. That would be so awesome. But it's so not going to happen. Let's just bring this down further. Let's cut off 1.5 inches and then take a look and see. Make sure you're cutting it off the bottom. Okay. Still good scraps. I'll be sorting the sizes as soon as I'm done. Yeah, see, that's going to look great. Okay, let's paper clip this on here. Once again, I'm not going to make you watch me ink and glue. Then, oh, it's the opposite. We definitely have to save this. We definitely have to save this, though. Let me put it over there with the pages, because we're going to end up with 2 more just like this. Do you know what I mean? The size, but opposite, that we can use later in the book. Oh yeah. Okay. Once again, we have our shells the same way. You can tell because the blue is up. Okay. We're just going to do the same thing again. We're going to trace it. Trace it better than that. Okay, then I'm going to cut this one out. Cut 1.5 inches off. Ink them and glue them on. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like when we get done. And instead of making this video any longer, well, let me do one side. All I'm going to do is ink this and glue it on, though. But that way you'll get to see one side completed, and then when we come back in the next video, then both sides will be done and I'll show them to you. It's entirely possible that we use ephemera to make a smaller tuck on the front of these. In fact, I would say it's highly probable. And if I have to print out a second page to get 2 that match, if I think that's what would look best, keep them matching, which I think I probably will, then I'll print out an extra page of ephemera. Hopefully my scan and cut will be ready. Yeah, and I already did the outside. Okay, we're going to glue this on. So we want it to be a pocket. So we're only going to glue the square sides. I'm not really sure why that's a little short. It shouldn't be. Make sure you don't glue this shut. Okay, so this is what we're going to have. Oh, this is fun. So you're going to have a pocket and a pocket. You're going to open this up. You're going to have a pocket, and you're going to have a hidden pocket here. I still can't find it. Okay, and then we'll glue them on the page. So what's going to happen is I'm going to get the other half done to look like this. And then, well, I'll put you on hold, and I'll get the other side done, and then we'll put them in the book. Okay, we're back. This took quite a bit of work, actually. This page was a little more difficult than it looks. I went ahead and finished this side, and I made the 2 cards, and these 2 cards are actually blue on the back like this, but you can obviously still write on them. So we're going to, and I wanted something that wasn't this, but wasn't blank either for the front. So so I made these 2 cards. You have to open them. See, or else you miss the pocket. Okay, this is a flatter book, and normally with a writing card I would back it, and that way you don't get that problem with your cards. I've trimmed these down and trimmed them down and trimmed them down. I had like a pile of shavings, like I had been whittling before I got these down to size. So, and they're still a little snug. I just don't want to cut them down anymore if I don't have to. So we're just not going to take them out and show. I know that's off camera, but and show our hidden pocket. Or if so, we're going to do it on the right side. So this is what we ended up with for the 2 pages. Now, of course, we're going to use ephemera as soon as I get it cut out. And we're going to put stuff in these pockets here. Hopefully ephemera. Okay, and then we'll decorate the outsides of these pockets. Not these, because we want them to stay as hidden pockets. Okay? All right, so let's take these. And this is what I had left over. It was kind of cool. They crisscross, of course, and they've got the wavy edges because they're the offcuts of these. So I paper clipped them together. You never know. And then these are the offcuts of the top corners that we cut off when we were making these, before we cut the things. These will make good corners as well somewhere in the book. So I'm saving those too. We have a lot of pages. We're going to need pockets. And then I have this one that's the wrong size. I cut one and it came out the wrong size somehow. I don't know. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, doesn't matter. So we've got those. I made some more cards. I've been busy. My Tim Holtz Media Mat came in and I cut a piece out. And now we're going to put these in the book now that I found the book underneath all that stuff. Okay, this one goes on this side. This one goes on this side. Yes, indeed. Almost looks like a center spread. But the book doesn't really have a center. This is the center. So the center is the double pockets. Can't really do anything with that other than put cards in there. Keeps stuff from rolling around. It works really well for that. It's also for keeping your media stuck down, or in place. I mean, it's not sticky. What is the deal? Anyway, it's you know, like when you're inking, you know, and you're doing that in a big area and your whole paper is moving around, and then you have to go after this and you go in with your brush and then your ink is moving all around. Well, it works really well for that. I was experimenting with it while we were on break too, because this is actually tomorrow. This took quite a bit of work, even though it doesn't look like it. Probably look at that and go, oh, double pockets. But getting everything just right was interesting, to say the least. Okay, now let's put this page on. Remember, we want to make sure to line them up. Why is this not sticking? Is there not enough glue on the corner? So now we just need to glue this one on the right. It's the page that I'm looking at, not the paper. So open it up and make sure your page is stuck down, because there's that magnet in there and it kind of messes with it optically. It just looks like it isn't stuck down. Plus this magnet's awfully close to the edge. I mean, not really, but glue-wise. Plus we've got that tape there. So you want to make sure to put quite a bit of glue there around your magnet. And drag your sleeve through it. Alright, maybe not that step. Maybe some other step. Just throw in your own step that you're going to do. Alright, now you do want to close it to make sure they're lined up when you first put it on. And then open it up and get it all pushed down. It looks even cooler upside down. Maybe we'll take the other ones and make a tuck somewhere in the book. Okay, I know this has been a long video, so I'm gonna let you go for now, and I will see you in the next video, and that will be just a second for you and a day for me. Okay, bye bye.